Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of drinking a cup of tea. Maybe you should go away and I'll come back in a few minutes' time. I guess that's not going to happen. So, welcome to 2023, the first Thinky game stream of the new year. I am going to go through games I played last year. Not every game, obviously. In fact, I've got a list of 16. And what we'll probably do is go from more recent titles and then go backwards further towards the start of the year. And I'll leave the game that I probably played the most this year right to the end. And this should take about an hour, or in other words, however long it actually takes. So let's take a look here. What is the first title on the list? Well, something that came up recently. Let me just switch over to the browser with the browser button. Is TeenyShire. So if you don't remember this, it's basically like a roll and write type game where you have to, put down different what should we say, like a tree. You're making a map. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. You're making a map and you're trying to get maximum points for the map. So you have a sequence of rounds, and in every round you've got to choose from two different things and decide where to put it. You can see here, like we've got a deer. Oh, hang on. Joe's just informed me that 1 hour, 16 games. It's 3.75 minutes per game. Well, I won't be playing all of the games because some of them I've already played on this stream. So I'll be able to get some minutes in from there. Right, so yeah, so you make a choice of these two. I can either put a deer here on this bottom row, it indicates here, or I can put the tree on this second from top row. This is from David King. As you see, David King made some games. Let me just dump the link to this, of course, directly into the chat. There you go. Dr. D. King, Itch-I-O-E-O, TeenyShire. I can never quite make up my mind how I pronounce Itch-I-O or Itch-I-O. So let's have a look. So you get points if the deer touches grass. Well, you know what? Let's just put the deer down here. Right. There we go. 4 points at the moment. Now, the towns get points for touching lots of different unique things. I think this is a good spot for a town, except that I have to put it in this row. Oh, no, this column, sorry. Oh, Joe's just having me puts a dot in Itch-I-O as well, so he's never quite sure what's correct. I could put the mountain. The mountain, you get points for nearby trees. I've got no trees at the moment. Let's take a punt. I'm thinking it's got to be trees here. The deer has been online too much, says Salty Horse, and should really touch some grass. Indeed. I got another deer. I could put this. Oh, if I put the tree here, I get points on the mountain. Okay, I've got another choice of putting a town down. Where should I put the town? At the bottom, I should put the tree in the right. Oh, it's not very good choices here. I'm gonna put the town here. Whatever. Yeah, go on. I'll just do that. Not great. Okay, got another choice for putting another tree here. Trees get points for touching each other, by the way, so I need to put some more trees here if I want to. Oh, good morning, Greg. Wow, it's actually, I'm in the right time zone for North England. Here we go. We got another deer choice. I could put the deer here. He just wants grass. I could put it next to the city there. I'll do that. Yeah, there we go. Put it by the city. And yeah, I haven't played this in a little while. I've forgotten all my elite skills. Now I can put a tree on the leftmost column, or I could put a town here. Oh, I'm gonna get points for that, couldn't I? And not very much there, so I'm gonna go for that. And then there's just choices of mountains at the bottom here or in the middle. Oh, I don't know. I really want to put one in the middle. Points get It's not very good, is it? I can get 1 point there, but it blocks off this whole area, which is important when the castle turns up. You know what? I'm just gonna... I'll put it there. There you go. More trees. More trees. I could put one there. It's not touching anything except the mountains. You know what? It looks like I'll get points for the mountains if I put it there. And what else have we got here? More mountains. Ooh, I can't put anything there. It's getting rather crowded. When does this stop? I thought it usually stopped by now. Okay, well, I guess I'll put it there. That's reducing a point from our deer, but giving us 2 mountain points, so it's worth it. Okay, and finally, the castle. I can't put the castle down. Can you overwrite something? No. Okay, well, no castle points for me. So that'll add 1 tree. You know, I think I'll get +1 on that. If I do that, it'll be 0 because I lose from the deer, and I'll gain 1 from the tree. But here, I just gain 1. There we go, 20 points. Well, there you go. That's TeenyShire with a very... I feel like that's a very poor run. But then again, I was just thinking, you know, I'm not here to prove how good I am at it. That's not my role. Okay, so that is TeenyShire. So that's the first one. I enjoyed playing that, and I'm trying to get my wife onto, because we play Cartographers, which is a map making game. So far I have failed. Now let's go back to the loading screen. The next one on my list. Here we go. Let me just unmaximize that. Is, where is it? I got a button here. Got a button. Right. Show me. Wilderplace. Now, I have not finished Wilderplace. I play it every now and then. I know that Greg has played it in the studio audience, but I think it's proving to be a bit annoying for some of our other players. Just to show you where I'm at with the map. Here's the map. This is how much progress I've made. I'm down here, and the conceit of it's basically sort of like it's like a bit of a roguelike, but with defined rooms. This is not something I usually like. So these are all predefined levels, and you basically have to find a route through them. And I've not really been a fan of these kind of like dance step games where you have to find the right kind of path through. Now, I don't know if all of these solutions to these levels are actually unique or not. I mean, obviously there's certainly going to be some differences where you can go back and forth a bit rather than just going direct to a certain part of the level. But whether they're unique solutions to each one, I'm not sure. Certainly sometimes I play these levels and I think, no, I haven't quite pulled it off. So something feels very wrong. So we're in the middle of this garden, and you basically have to put all the spirits into trees or rocks where they need to be. So we've got a I think that's a forest spirit down here. There we go. What is that spirit? We're not going to make this, by the way, because you have to make, you've got 3 turns. You can see the little dots disappearing overhead. You've got 3 turns to get to a plant to dump it off, and that's not happening. You became a plant, press return to try again. There's some odd choices in Wilderplace, in terms of like there's limited undos. Oh, Greg says he doesn't remember this level. In fact, I don't. I had a good run and I thought, you know what, I'll take a break now, and then I've completely forgotten. We've got this other... Okay, right. While I was chatting, I picked up a plant. So you can, early on, you get this ability to pick the spirits up from plants as well. So, you know, plant's fine, but now I've picked the plant up. And the one way this is useful is that you can use it to move plants around, and this is sometimes useful. Like, for example, it would be nice for me able to move that the plant I've got here over to over closer to here, because I've only got 3 moves to get this spirit out. So it'd be nice if I could move this plant further along towards this spirit, because I've only got that three levels. However, I seem to have opened up the this machine, which is stuck. Let's see what it says. Transmitting candidate for mining operation 2. What's it gonna do? No connection found. Trying connection. Okay, you're not sure what he's up to. Let me just put this plant back down. Right, because Yunka's walking around. Let me pick it up again. Now I can drop it above. Oh, no, no, no. There we go. Put that there. So, as you can see, as I move the plant around, these little sprouts appear next to plants, and that's the only place where you can drop plants. This is a very similar rule to this rule kind of goes forward to other types, like the stones, for example. The stones here, you can see there's little mini stones around the stones, and those are the only places you can put stone spirits. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to move stones around. Now this machine, there's a lot going on here. I just thought I'd jump straight into it. This machine has mined a stone and kicked out a stone spirit, which is now coming towards me and it'll jump on me. I'll have 3 moves to put it somewhere. So let's see, let me move over here. Oh, Yunka's blocked it. Move up here. Stone spirit's going away. It's interesting. Oh, now it's come for me. I go down here. Do I really want to put it there? No. Because if I put it here, it's going to block this exit. I'm going to put it up here. Alright. Now, let's pick up this plant spirit again. Oh. I have to hold the key down if I don't want to plant it again. Let's move up here. Not sure this is the way to do it. I need to get that. That's the rabbit is gonna be. If I pick it up, it's 1, 2, 3, and I'm a plant. I need a plant like move 2 up, really, don't I? It's kind of annoying. I may have slightly screwed myself as well by putting this stone here. There's so many different things involved in Wilderplace in a typical level, and when you have to really play it in a good old chunky sections, because if you go away like I have, then you start to forget all the little nuances. And you know, as you can see, there's so many things going on. You got the machine there that was digging up the stone, releasing a stone spirit, and you've got Yunka wandering around there. There is a power you have for the boulders. Yeah, I think I got... Did I get a new power? I can see I'm doing something here. What's that about? I have forgotten what this symbol means. This is something I got new, and I thought, okay, well, that's a good place to stop. I've got a new power. So, I wasn't intending to show too much of Wilderplace today, because I have... I want to come back to maybe a later stream when I've got a lot more through it. But I know some people have given up because it seems like it's possible to soft lock certain levels and certain parts of the game out. But and you've only got 3 undos, and that's to stop you getting into these loops of doing lots and lots and lots of moves. But I think it's turning out to be frustrating. But I mean, it's got a certain vibe. I really like it, and the puzzles are very hard. And there are some screens which I just spend a lot of time on, and there are other levels where I'm like, oh, done, you know, straight through and out. But there's a lot of thinking about how to make sure you can do a level, but you can't get out of it. You've got to make sure you have an exit available. And it is possible. Press R, and I just reset it. But yeah, that is Wilderplace, and you know, it still has my attention at the moment. Again, so it looks lovely, and the story-wise is very, you know, it's not too hefty, but it's got a lot more going on in it than say other titles. It's interesting. I can say that much. It's interesting. But I'm going to leave that there because I'm just going to terribly embarrass myself trying to finish that level. Okay, so that's Wilderplace for you. That was entry number 2. How am I doing? 15 minutes, 2 games. Come out. Back to my lovely loading screen while I press Alt F4 straight away. What is my next game? I'm not going to be playing this one too much either. So Greg's just saying there, the dialogue's a lot more interesting than he expected, but the presentation, the look and feel is gorgeous. It is. It's. I still have good high praise for Wilderplace, and I can't remember which button I pressed. There you go. That's the one. Yes, it's SquishCraft. As you can see, I've made 26% through the game, and some of this, I mean, I've made a little bit more progress than the last time you saw me, but. That's right. Speaking of gorgeous presentation, this is probably the best looking game on the internet right now. Space to enter level. So I did just a little bit more. What did I do? I can't remember. Did I do this 4th level up here? Yeah. Yeah, I managed to do this one. So, you know, the thing about SquishCraft is that it's, in a word, insane, because of this squishing mechanic. I mean, it's bad enough the squishing, but the fact that you can take, say, 3 blocks in a tower. Can I do that now, just so I can show you? Here we go. Oops. 3 blocks in a tower, and that gives you like a block and a half segments. You can see, and then you can just splice them up like that. That is what this makes particularly insane. So I did manage to get this done. So what the issue is here? Some of these things are difficult to read unless you're familiar with them. So this down here, this diamond is basically a block which will move if a beam hits this pad up here. So you might not be able to tell, but there is a beam here. So this eyes are laser beams. So you can see the beam coming out there, and it's hitting this green pad, and that green pad is making this keeping this not moving. As soon as I turn the beam off, that moves forward. And then reveals the laser here hitting the red switch, which means this will move up. And that's it, game over. There's no way of getting to the flag after that point. So the question is, how do you keep the beam on the green pad here and also hit the blue pad? And when I was doing this before, I had the idea of splitting the beam. Now you can see, like, there's a funky thing I can do here, and I can just move the laser up, and I've managed to make some progress. So I've moved the laser up without having to move the green pad, which means I've got a little bit more freedom here to get things sorted out. And the idea I did have was to do something like that. So you can see then the beam goes in multiple directions. It splits on the mirror because I've squished it. But what I need to do is do this in a couple of different moves like this. Hang on, let me just reset. I think I need to push this back a little bit. Let's just see. I think that's a disaster. Let's just see where the beam goes. So that doesn't work. See, I've already forgotten how to do this. I need squish it. Where do I squish it? So I wanna be able to squish it. Let's push this along. We'll use that to do this. Oh, if I use that to do this squishing, it's going to be a disaster. Because I'll squish the other one too. Wow. just looks wrong. Yeah, it's just this is, look at that. I mean, I don't even know. Do you squish up the top left? It's possible. You know the way I think about puzzles like this, I generally try to think about like, I'm trying to do one thing and then work around other things. So the first issue I'm looking at, I want to squish this but keep it free. I can, of course, squish it up to the top left and then it's stuck. And that means I can't move this. Because as soon as I move one of them, then it's like the level is locked. So the question is, how do I manage to, so I could do that, you see, that's great, and then I can move that up. But now have I lost control? I see, I'm not sure how to get this back up, if I need to get it back up. Oh, maybe it's something like that. There we go. That's getting it back up. The other thing about the SquishCraft levels is that it's extremely efficient in terms of space. It's really pared down to the littlest space you need to solve the level, which unfortunately in some cases it creates a lot more back and forth than is really comfortable. It's a little bit laborious. It makes for a hard puzzle because it's more difficult to see what you need to do. Okay, that's working. Maybe up one more. There we go. There's the solution. So, that's SquishCraft. And the levels I'm kind of currently stuck on. There's this one. And what you have to do, the only way to solve this level, just to be quick about it, you need to put some sort of mirror in here. The beams need to go left and right and hit all 4 pads. And you have to do it with all these shapes somehow. You need to put something in which is going to make sure you get beams going left and right. I haven't managed to fix that yet. I've had lots of little attempts. And I had ideas about what might work, but I have a feeling what works here is not the obvious solution, which is to make a nice diamond. And I had an idea that I need to make a shape like this shape here, but compressed into the middle perfectly, the same aspect ratio into the middle of that cell there. But you're gonna have to make a kind of, I haven't been able to pull that shape off with the correct aspect ratio. Good day, Studio 369, also known as Raz. I think it's the developer's face. This guy was on the trailer for SquishCraft. So I'm going to leave SquishCraft there. I'd actually showed you me solving level. I had solved it once before, but I didn't remember the solution exactly. So, oh, Joe says, here's you can change the face pretty easily. Okay, well, do I want to change it to my face? No. Anyway, that's number 3 on the list. Yay! Okay, well, I think we'll call it a day in SquishCraft. Okay, so what comes next? Oh, come on then. Right. Joel, let's see. Show me. Here that comes. This is a game I play occasionally. If I could just find my scene for it. There you go. Cinco Paus. There we go. Let me just make it bigger. Oh, gone. Lost it. It's the roguelike from hell. that's untrue. I play this every now and then. I never quite remove it from my desktop, and I have little sprints at it. Salty Horse says it's from Portugal. So it's Michael Brow. I think it's Brow. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's Brow. We're gonna go with Brow. Brow. And the whole language of it, it was done as a sort of, Michael did a sort of, he wrote it all in Portuguese as a sort of like learning exercise. Unfortunately, it's a really good game. So it's a roguelike, and I don't know how do I explain this quickly. So you have to get through 5 levels. You have to get through a sequence of 5 levels with your wizard. He's got 5 health. You can see little dots underneath that, and there are little things trying to kill you. The prawn's got 1 health, and you've got these frogs. So lizards, that's it. If this key, see this key here, if I pick that key up, it will unlock these doors here, and there's a little book of knowledge there, and the book of knowledge will give you information about your wands. Your 5 wands are at the top, and you can use them once per room. The exit is just here, so I can just leave straight away. The whole point is basically just to get out. I mean, you get points for collecting gems. You don't get points for killing things. But the idea is just to get out, and you don't know what your wands do. Every wand has 5 powers, and you have 5 wands, and you don't know what they do, and it randomizes every game you play. So, I think one of the pieces of advice is not to just start throwing your wands about. But I always do, because I want to know what they do, so I could just do this and see what happens. Okay, cool. So, that means this icon here means, if I click over it, there you go. If you can read Portuguese, that's what it does. What it basically means is if you hit the right side with the wand, then you get a really charged up, and basically means I can kill something with 1 hit. Normally if I go up to something and hit it, it just gets 1 health. But right now, I can knock something dead. Let's go along here. And just to prove it, I'm going to kill this lizard dead to the right, just 2 health. There we go. And the prawns just attacked me. I'm going to kill the prawn. See that blue circular thing coming up behind me there? That is like very annoying, because if you try to attack it, it just retreats if it can. And it's really, really irritating. I can get the key. Let's just try a wand on it and see what happens. Okay, dangerous wand. So this has 3 powers. One is this polymorph one, which will change a creature into any other random creature, and that could be something far more powerful, like a chicken. Okay, a rooster. They're really powerful. You don't want the roosters, okay? But it's changed into a prawn. It's also put it to sleep, and this last one gives you 1 more move. So I got an extra move. Let's get the key. Right, let's just try our random luck with this wand here. Oh, it's gone to sleep. Now I don't need to bother something which has gone to sleep. Oh, but I did by accident. I thought, why is my left key not working? Okay, let's kill the prawn. Let's try out this wand, see what it does. Oh, it moves the exit. Okay. All right. Right. Okay, so let's go and get the book. Now you see it revealed another power that was missing. This one here, which is if you strike the top of the level with your wand, it'll give it another charge for the room. So Salty Horse is asking, the prawn sleeps forever? Yes, it does, unless you happen to bother it. I could probably kill it. Now, you don't have forever in a room, and I'll just move around. Oh, I've gone next to the prawn. It's woken up. Can you pet the prawns? No. So let me just move around. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the frogs will come in after a certain point. Does the wand's shape indicate anything about what you will do, or do you have to test each one, says Joe? Means absolutely nothing. It's completely randomized every time you play. And there are a lot more powers than you have when you want, and they can actually repeat the powers as well. So two wands could have like a frog killing ability, or and you might not know. If you never use on a frog, you might not know. So there's this constant tension about with what do the wands do, and actually trying to get out of a room alive. So now the frog's in, and it's just going to chase me, and he's got 3 health. You don't really want to mix in with the frogs, but I've got 1 wand left, so I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. Maybe it has the frog ability. So let me just pull this down. Nothing. I've learned nothing about that wand. What a disaster. Okay. Next screen. Right. So, I always like the earthquake ability. There's also an earthquake ability that if you strike the middle of the screen, everything gets hit in one go. The number of times I'm just throwing the wand into the middle of the screen just to find out. What do I want to do here? Right. There's a lot of stuff going on. Still don't know. I could, you see, I can just put the exit here, right? Because I know that. And I can do some more testing. Ooh, nice. Oh. Right, okay. So what have I discovered that the wand does? So it's got the charge punch ability. It's also got the ability to turn these guys into your friends. So this is now on my side. It's got green health now. It's mine, but it will die with 1 hit. This also has the teleport ability, so that wherever the wand stops, I'll get teleported to. And it also has the lizard killing ability, which it's a little bit late for that now, isn't it? With these 2 lizards. So I'm going to move down because I'll have the womping ability, and I'm going to kill one of these lizards. Okay, womp. Okay. What do I want to do now? Maybe I could make it go to sleep, and hopefully the guy above will attack the prawn. Okay, no. So what happened there is I found out it has the ability to so it goes around corners and it will break a wall. It broke a wall in here, and then I can't remember what that one is. Maybe someone who's Portuguese can tell me. But it'll kill something if it ends up in a corner or something, or something like that. I usually, when I play additional, the bouncy sleep wall breaker, I usually have a website open which has English translations of everything. You're supposed to play and just learn, you know, enjoy it with the Portuguese, but, you know, if that's what you want to do, fine. But it can be a big uphill struggle otherwise. So I'm going to go up. Right, so I've unlocked that. The lizard's still asleep. If I go down, the lizard will wake up, but hopefully the other guy will attack it. There you go, he's attacked it once, and they can then attack it too. Right, and then I can get +1 health. Let's get the hell out of here before Mr. Toad Frog turns up. 3rd level. Right. What have we got here? So this could go around here, and that's not going to do anything for that wand. I could just move the... Notice you can't point this wand at the wall. You need space. It's very important. You need space to use a wand. Yeah, Studio 369 says, I don't know about you, but it looks like a level to me. I'm going to move a 1 maybe. Let's... Yeah. There are also, some of the ones have an ability to strike things on the other side of a wall. So I can, if I was to shoot down here, then it might, you know, hit things left and right. But will I have that ability? This one I've got very little known about it. Let's just check this out down here. Let's just see what happens. Right, so that's poison, and so it will lose health in 5 turns. That can be useful. And I can't remember what the mirror one is. Mata o inimigo como mesmo tipo. Yeah, it's a thing, alright. Right, I'm just gonna kill the prawn. Then I'm left with the toad guy. Now, I could just teleport downwards, hopefully. There we go. Now, while I'm here, let's see if we can do anything else fun. Okay, it's turned into a sleeping lizard. Oh! I think that's to do with forgetting something. I can't remember that one again. X, you forget something, or something's replaced. Looks like I killed another lizard. Well, do I... If I strike this lizard now to the left, it's going to die. There's a poison, we'll get the other health. Whether we got this guy above. I won't be able to get this guy above, because as soon as I try and move up to get him, he'll disappear. But I... You know what, I'm just going to... see what happens with this one. And that happens sometimes. I could sit here and try and explain what just happened, but we're just gonna walk away quietly. And while I've got time, I'm not gonna go and get the key and open that chest. Oh, no way, because I'm gonna get a frog come in here any moment. But let's see. Okay, so that's got the ability to drop these spiky cactus things in empty spaces, which will cause 1 health loss for whoever walks over them, including yourself. And this one, it means it will continue to go over the edge of the level. Right, got one more to see if we can get any other special effects. Oh my god! Okay. That will explode. Now it will anyway. Got a recharge. Let's see what happens if I do over here. Nothing. Why did it explode? Right, let's just get out of here. Level 4! We got a rooster. Right. What do I want to do? Laughing about the music. I can of course just get out of here by teleporting straight over. That problem will get me, of course. Maybe I can... Oh, I used my super-powered arm. Okay, managed to hurt that. Maybe I can get the... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna move this. Oh, no. I don't want to use these. Okay, let's see if I do that. What happens? Do that one. Oh, well, okay. It's also... It's got the ability to dig up treasure. Right, okay, we're in trouble. I need... I'm gonna polymorph this one down below. Oh god. I blew up too. Because it's got this, the beam will stop as soon as it hits an animal. Yeah, I got 1 health now. Man. Am I dead? I can use the teleport. If I... No, I can't. I don't have the teleport anymore. What am I talking about? I've just got this one wand left. If I go up, I die. If I go down, I die. My only hope is that this has got some kind of extra cool juice that will save me, but I don't know what it's gonna be. Let's go down, maybe. No extra juice. Oh, it's over. There you go. 4 points in one game. So, once you get to the end of the 5th level, then you start to begin a streak. To complete the game, I have learned that you have to finish 50 levels. Okay? 50 levels in a row. And as you get more progress, you can gain artifacts, which will be special powers you can use. Also, the animals start gaining powers. They start getting wand powers. So it can get quite tricky, but it's extremely interesting. And I mean, it's just... Yes, you have to deal a lot with the language, but if you play it a lot, you don't need the language to check the language so much anymore, because you know what all the different ones do. But there are so many wand powers. Is there a screen here? These are all the wand powers. These are all the creatures. You know, there's no more creatures. That's it. You've seen everything. But you can see everything. Duplicate. Oh, that's a real disaster when you find that one sometimes. Yes, you want to use a duplicate on something like you know, an orb or a ring, but you don't want to use that on a creature. Like, you discover, like, oh, this has got like a, you know, I can cause some damage, and you hit a rooster with it, and it duplicates the rooster, and it's like, oh. But yeah, that is a lot of fun, and you can really spend a lot of time, really get into it. I think it's pretty thinky. Right, well, we've stopped on Cinco Paus. 4 games. Very good. 4 games. Oh dear. Back to my loading screen while I close down my Cinco Paus. I don't even know how it's pronounced. I'm just going to say Cinco Paus. The next one is something I discovered recently. I put it out myself. I put it out on the Thinky Games Twitter. And this is a game called Thinky Games. There we go. Speleomorph. So if you remember, we had there was a game called Tetronimiao from the Jam. Don't forget to change the category on Twitch. I'm not going to change the category on Twitch every 2 seconds. Good luck with that. So this is basically, it's very similar to, it's a sort of like a Metroidvania, and this is kind of very similar. They're different games though. And this, I thought, well, that's all right, you know, moving a little Tetris block around. And for a little while, I didn't quite get it. So I move down here. I move left here. That's kind of death. Got no choice but to move here. And then I'm down into this red area, and suddenly I can move around. I've got this kind of, you know, snake-like appearance, and I have to get my way out. And then once I'm out, I gain that new shape. And now I can switch between the 2 shapes, and I can put myself wherever I've got an overlap of 2 squares. So now I can do that. Now, I don't want to show you too much of it. It's not an incredibly long game, but it is really interesting. And I think there's probably a little bit of frustration towards the end where you're looking for that one extra shape. You know you're missing one shape to finish the level. Oh, so Joe saying it reminds him vaguely of Enigmash. Oh, I don't know what Enigmash is, but I hope someone else does on the chat. And so anyway, that's really what I want to leave it. That's the basic mechanic. That's it there. So let me just put that in the chat for you. I can't believe this turned up after I saw right after I saw Tetronymia. So it reminds him because of the regions where rules behave differently. Ah, you mean like the red area? Oh, gotcha. So I will walk away from that. So I'll just be spoiling it otherwise. Right. So what is next? See, there you go. I said I'd get through some of these quickly. Loading screen. Right. Let me undo that. And the next one, I'm not going to show you playing because I've already shown it a few times. Okay, and it is Stereo Boy. So I actually had more fun with this than I was expecting. It's not the the best puzzle in the world, but it is very diverting. And it's these split levels. You have to basically get to the exit. Your only real goal is to get to the exit, but there's these optional goals of picking up these shards. You'll spot them every now and then. Also pick up these logs here. Show me a shard. Go on. I can point to a shard. But you can flip back and forth at will between these two sides, two parts of the level. Oh, there's a shard. There is an arcade aspect, which it's up to you whether you really indulge it or not. You can put on infinite shields if you don't like the idea of basically having to restart the level again because you got shot a few times. So yeah, that's Stereo Boy. I've talked about it twice. I finished it recently. I wrote about it recently, and I kind of enjoyed it in the end. It's more about how to kind of wrangle the split map in your head, and sometimes how to rearrange that map across the two worlds so that you could get from a particular A to B. And that is it's satisfying. Some of those puzzles are very satisfying. Early on, it's more about how to read the screen, but later on, you get a lot more of this kind of I've got to reorient the map myself and make it work so I can get through. And it looks nice, which is a bonus. There you go. That is Stereo Boy. That's another one of my highlights. Thank you, Steam. Going back to my loading screen. Okay, we'll play this one a little bit. This is something from very early on in the year. All right. And this is... Where's the button? Mimic! This is a small free game. Let me make this bigger. Small free game on itch, made with Pico 8. And yeah, I'll only show a little bit of this because this isn't an enormously long game either. So you can take the form of an animal by copying its movement. So here we go. Oh, continue. So the first level. And so you can see you probably need to get to that diamond there, but you can't get through the trees. However, the butterfly can get through the trees. So there we go. I copied the butterfly's movement, went up and down a bit. Now I can fly through the forest. And then now we've got, where am I? There we go, I'm over here. So I have to get to that. Don't copy that flappy. I have to get to the diamond there. So I have to get across both of the woods and the water. So I can obviously go for the water if I'm the fish, but I need to get through the woods first. So if I go, there we go, now I'm flappy. And if I go left and right, oh no, oh no. Right, let's try that again. All right, now I can flap around. I have to do more, right? Damn it. I keep on getting it on the wrong, on the edge of my movement. Damn. Okay, come on in. Mimic. Damn. If I do it from the... There we go. Did it the other way around. Go left and then right. Now I'm a fish. There you go. It's not got a lot of levels, as you can see. You can see underneath it says 11 levels and secret. About half an hour gameplay. Progress is saved. So I remember doing this early in the level. Yeah, that's what it is. A year is a whole level. But I really enjoyed it. Oh, well, Salty Horse is saying a walking toilet. I think that's a llama. Obviously, come on now. It's a llama. But here you go. I'm going to dump that into the chat as well. That's Mimic there if you hadn't played that this year. I really like this. I don't know whether... I mean, there could be more of a game here. I mean, you know, a larger game, more than just like, whatever, 16 levels. Pepin Wilkins saying definitely a walking toilet. Okay. We'll go with that then. The crowd has spoken. All right. That was Mimic. Okay, I have to literally come out of that because it's making lots of music here. Now I've got another thing in the browser. Now this is actually a really old game. Oops. Let's just restart that again. You can see that. Right. So this is Cargo Bot. It's actually Cargo Bot or Cargo Bow and My Head. This is a Cargo Bot, and it's quite an old game. I think it's like a good 10 years, and it's a very early algorithm game. I think it was a big success on Apple, on iPhone or something. But I found this very recently, and I got into it on the train. It turned into a little bit of a obsession for me, and honestly, I'm kind of okay with it, but I got stuck. I mean, some of the hard levels are very hard. I don't know if I'm really made up for algorithm games. Cargo Bot, no. Car do know that. Right. So I think I'm going to need to move my face. Maybe I should just turn my face off just for a moment so it's easier to see this. Right. Turn off face. Yes. Face turned off. So, you're going to program your claw, and so it's like telling you can create a program. See, it's just going to, if you run that, you pick it up, yay. But you have to make it look like the goal here. Oh God, everybody's making face-off jokes now. So, and now I can make it go across. Oh, sorry, pull that there. And then, okay, it wants me to do the tutorial. Person and drop. Yeah, and then drop it. So pick it up, pull it across, drop, and now it matches the goal. Yay, shortest solution. Next. Now, if I come out to the menu, these are just the... Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go through it. So I can pick it up, go across 1, 2, 3. This is obviously, you know, fine. 1, 2, 3. No, it's only 1, 2, 3. It is 3. Silly me. It's a bit awkward on the phone, to be honest, because you can drag with your finger, but sometimes I end up accidentally, you know, dragging to the wrong place or deleting the wrong instruction. Salty Horse is asking if this is some Hanoi bullshit. There is some aspect to that. Yay, that's the shortest solution. And then create a loop. This is the real meat of it, unfortunately. So I need to, hang on. Pull down, go across, and then go back, and then you can repeat it and make it do program 1. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you do. What an idiot. Yeah, I forgot to drop it. There you go. Down, up and across, down and back, and repeat the program. Great. Stunning. The problem, this gets very hard because, well, first of all, you get more stars for shorter programs. So it doesn't matter if your program solves like in about like 10 steps. That's it. All it counts is how short your program is. If your program is very short, it's much happier. So let's see. Use programs to make your solutions shorter. Openness Magnum Style. Hello, null pointer games. Right. What do I want to do? What will be the okay? All right. Let's cancel that for now. So what's this going to do if I play this? What's it doing? Except across. Yeah. Okay. So what I can do? Maybe I can. Oh, stop. Go across. That's doing one loop. So maybe I just say I pick one up and drop, right? So let me just get rid of them and just pull them off. So I could do program 1 4 times, say. Let's just see what that is. That going to do what I think it is? Oh God, I mean program 2 4 times. How do I alchemy the boxes? There we go. Right, you can speed it up. And that's all I've done. I've moved everything one column. So therefore I could do that. So I can run program 1, then I go along one to move everything. Sorry, I'm saying wrong numbers here. It's now program 3. And that would, how many is that, right? That would be 1 2 3 4 5. I can do that, or alternatively I can just make it run itself like this. See, like that. Okay, that's going on fast mode, everybody. There we go. Now that could be shorter because of this bit here. But we're just gonna leave it there because I'm gonna get very upset trying to make it work right. The thing is, what happens in later levels, you need to make a lot of recursive programs which are kind of calling themselves. And I think on the phone I've got through medium, I'm somewhere in hard, and you know, look at this. Look at this. You've got like to make these 2 giant columns of yellow and blue either side. It's all mixed up. Now there are ways of saying, like for example, see this right arrow? If I apply yellow to it, that means it will do it if you're carrying a yellow box. And similarly, you know, they will do program 4 if you're carrying a blue box. And this one happens if you're carrying anything, and this will only happen if you're carrying nothing. And you can make this sort of conditional branching in it. And so Null Pointer Game says it's a programming job interview test, but I don't know if it is, because this makes me write horrible programs, which I write them out sometimes, and I'm like, I know it works, but I never want to look at this again. Okay, just so it gets really, really. The number of times I thought that's not how I'd write a program like this, and I'm making my crane go back and forth about 200 times. That thing is going to wear out. Someone would say to me, look, what's important, your software code or the fact that that hardware costs like £20,000 and you're wearing it out in like one day? So I had that kind of tension. And then you finally do it. And then it says 2 stars. Yeah, thanks very much. And then you spend like the next 2 hours trying to figure out how do you get the 3-star thing. What have you missed? What quick trick have you missed? So it does have hints on some of the levels. I don't think have I used them or not? I don't know. I've avoided them most of the time. But anyway, that is Cargobot, which can be played now for free online. And there it is. I've infected you with it, perhaps. I've checked it into the chat. You can play it on your phone if you wish, but it is a little bit annoying where you will sometimes drag the wrong thing or drag over to the wrong space. Especially when you're trying to grab these little things here. It's a lot easier with a mouse here than giant fingers. Okay, well, I think we'll stop there on that one. Right. Here's a... Okay, fine. Give me back control, please. Thank you. And the next item is a game I'm not going to play as well today. I'm not going to play this. Oh, go on. Pause. Thank you. And it is the Looker. He says, which is a Witness parody. It's free to play on Steam, and I quite enjoyed this. Some of it is kind of funny, puzzly. Some of it is a little bit frustrating. But there are some genuine laughs in here. What do I have to say? If you've played it, you kind of like, you'll know what I mean. If you haven't played it, then you're missing out a little bit. But there are some frustrating aspects to it. There are some puzzles which you'll be like, what? I don't get it. But some of the jokes are nice. It's a parody that's actually funny, not like watching like some of those Scream parody movies, which I couldn't make it through more than 5 minutes. So that's the Looker. You can play that on Steam. You know, I've got the link right here, my fingertips. So I'll just dump it right there if anybody's interested. Okay, I'll stop. That's enough. That was the Looker. And what is next? Oh, okay. Here's another free one for you. And it is Mosaic, which I spent a lot of time on this year, probably far too much. This is by Sunil and Corey Hart, who is one of the Thinky Games staff. Here, I'll F11 it up. So quite simple rules, but gets quite can get quite tricky. But you know, trying to make your runs last longer and longer can be hard work. This is quite cold, this tea now. Great. So you're the green guy, and these are little red lizards here, and you know it's a usual kind of you just poke the enemies to hurt them, but everything falls down like Tetris blocks. So Tetris blocks. Do I say Tetris blocks? So I'm gonna go over here because I'm out of step with him. I'm gonna get forced to hit, and if I get hit, I drop a broken heart. So that's the end of that level. Go on to the next one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this lizard to go here, and I knock out the 3 lizards there. It's a match 3 basically. Let's do the same with a horse. Okay, now we've got this horse. I need to get it into the right position. So let's have this in a different column. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get hurt here. Drop that guy there. There, okay, let's go out again. Right, we're on the next level. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, already. Okay, I'm gonna take out the horse first. That will actually take out. So here's the thing: if I kill off the red lizard, I've then got a pile of 4. The game ends when you try to drop a block over the top, like you would do any other kind of game. You know, that's got a a repository like this, like Tetris. Let's do that. Yes. Disaster. Okay. And then the campfire. And then you get an upgrade. You get to choose an upgrade. And when you first play, you're not quite sure what some of these upgrades are. Obviously, that one on the right looks like a freeze. And the one on the left looks like a maybe attack all around. I'm going to choose that one. But that's not necessarily good. Because, you know, just killing everything around you will drop everything into the bottom. But let's try it out anyway. Okay, that's the campfire done. So as you can see on the left here, there are 3 different slots, so you can pick up some more upgrades. Right, what I need to do is get hurt. There we go, that's better. Drop yellow guy there. Oh, it's not good, is it? Go and drop that person there. Taking a risk here. Oh no, the snakes. So they all have slightly different movements, which you get used to. Where do I want to drop? Yes. I can use my power here, so I'll use up a move. Like I can't do it. Oh. Okay. Wow. Right. I want to move one more. That's no good, is it? What's happened to my skills? Damn. I'm making a mess of this. Right. Okay. Let's try not to destroy everything. Oh. Okay, I used that power just to see what it did. And I was right. Huh. Good. Okay. Not looking so hot now. No, I don't have to kill it. Let's see level. That might be easier. I really want to get a horse at the bottom here. I'll just drop that there. Come on, horse. Ah, I thought it did diagonals. Not do diagonals. Sure it did diagonals. Well, there you go. I learned something else today. Oh, I learned something I forgot. Right. Okay, snake. Yeah. It's not good, is it? If I some hearts over here. That's okay. Oh god. No, it's not okay. This game is, it's foobar. Yeah. All right. If I press the one, it will kill everything, but not in the way I like. Oh, I think this is unrecoverable. There we go. End of game. Not my best effort. I haven't played it for many months. I eventually decided to wean myself off it, but it was extremely addictive. As you see, the highest scores there, 290 yellow Lisa. I can't remember what my high score was, somewhere over 100, but that was a heroic effort. So yeah, that was Mosaic, and a lot of good times was had. There you go. There's the link to that. Well, we're running over an hour now, and I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games to talk about. 2 of them was meant to be just very quick ones. All right. Let's get back to my loading screen. And let me just quit out of that. What's next? Okay, let's bring this up. Full screen, please. And Understand. I played a lot of Understand this year. Understand, in a nutshell, is basically like, best way to describe it is like when you're trying to work out the rules, like in The Witness, and you don't know what the rules are. basically understand is just that part. Trying to work out the rules. And not very little of the trying to build on the rule sets. Every puzzle has a completely different rule set. So here's the first puzzle. Honestly, there's no instructions. It just comes up like this. And you're like, wait, what's the dashes? What's the squares? What does it all mean? So the first one is usually a freebie. It tells you what to do. So if I drew a circle to the square, I did the level. Let's restart. Does it work if I go the other way? No, it does not. And something you slowly work out is that the dots at the bottom are the rules you have to satisfy for the solution, but it doesn't tell you what those mean. So I would guess one of those dots is the circle and one of them is the square. So you see, like the first one here, I started with the circle, I get the first one. The second one, I'm hoping means it finishes with the square. There you go, I got that. I got the second rule being highlighted. To be honest, that took me an enormous amount of time to work that out, but that is the foundation, the building block of understand. So I have to go backwards from circle to square. So circle to square, circle to square. There we go. The last one is different usually. Of course you get a star for it, but that's not what I mean. I mean it doesn't show you the rules that have been triggered at the bottom. By this point, when you get to this point, understand wants to make sure you understand all the rules, and it's not going to be babying you around with little dots at the bottom anymore. So, great. What's next? So now we've got an extra level added. So if you want to know what this is a region marker. It's saying you're in the level, you're in the region of circle square levels. Right. So, looks like the same kind of thing. Oh, that doesn't work. Square to circle. Now let's see if it's just the reversal of the rules. We have to start from a square. That gives us that rule. And end up with a circle. It gives us a second rule. So I think it's going to be square to circle. Interesting. Square to any circle. It's fine. Square. That's okay. Square to circle. That's not okay. That's not okay. This is I left the first one unresolved. Oh, what an idiot. That's why. This is understand. Just to repeat the title. Here's the thing. Even if you solve this last level, you have to solve every level before it. So because I've left this one unresolved, it is something that catches me out every now and then. This is the correct solution. Correct solution, but the star won't go because I didn't finish the first one properly. There we go, they're all done. Now I've got a third level, and you can notice something else appearing down here. So what's this rule? This says I need to do this. Nope. Start here and go there. So is the rule start from circle, go through an upside down triangle and go to a square? Interestingly enough, I solved two rules by not touching either of those. That doesn't work. What's the rule? This is where it starts to get tricky. I'm not even sure what the rule is myself. So if I just do the circle, I get these two. If I just select this space, I get that. What about that? And the triangle. Oh, if I select the up triangle, then yeah, that's definitely a no-no. Hang on. I suspect the third rule is you don't go through a triangle. If I do that, that remains. What's the middle one? Let's see if we can work that in the next one. So what's different here? These triangles have been reversed, so that's okay. And I think
Because of the rule, don't go through a triangle. Do I have to go through that? I feel like I've not understood the second rule here. That doesn't work. That does work. Maybe it is circle to square, but not through a triangle. So circle to square, but not through a upside, right side triangle. So I think, there we go. And you can see at this point, it definitely wants to make sure you understand the rule. So circle to square without going through a triangle. I don't think it's possible from there. Let's try this side. Oh, go down here. Side and triangle. There we go. Anyway, so slowly you get through the levels. Now let me show you my progress. I haven't played for a little while because the levels I'm on I'm pretty stuck on. This is what the map looks like at 73% filled. And every section, I think everyone's got 10 levels. There we go. And there's a kind of mystery level where there's something very weird happens, and I do not want to show you how to solve those, because every one of those is usually either like strikingly clever or extremely evil, sometimes both. And every area has got, you know, about a certain type of mechanic. So this is like the circle to square area. This is the square circle triangle area, so to say. And these have dots. You can see this is dots here. These ones have got dots. And this is stars. And this is something else. Space, lines, dashes. There you go, dashes on this one. Dashes. I haven't finished it, and I keep on intending to. I haven't got to the red area yet. There's a red area just sitting here waiting for me. There's a lot of surprises in it. Some of the levels are extremely mean. I think some of them are very difficult to figure out. Where you're not quite sure, you know, what you're doing, and occasionally you're like, okay, I've sort of kind of understand it, but I still don't understand the rule. Some of them have like lots of rules. This one only has 2 rules. What about this one? It's got 4 rules. There's 3 rules. And it can be maddening sometimes, where you understand 2 of the rules, but there's the one more which just escapes you and you don't know what you're doing. But the good thing is, you usually has a lot of levels. So Null Pointer Game says you just end up brute forcing it. He did that with some witness puzzles and still don't know why it worked. It's difficult to brute force. Some of the levels you can, but a lot of them you cannot. It's just like they get to kind of like that one we did just now. What was it? That one we did just now. You know, there's a lot on the screen. There's a lot here to work out. And if you don't know the rule, you're not going to do it. Some of the... Let me pick something that's kind of simple rules. And, you know, the whole sequence, you got 9 there. You're not going to get through all 9 of these. Stop doing that. You're not going to get through all of these without figuring out what the rule is. So brute forcing is hard to pull off, and you can do it sometimes. But when I do brute force something by accident, I tend to stop and I want to know what I did. But importantly, nothing you learn is ever used again. I think that's true, because every level is kind of unique. But you do want to kind of feel like you've understood the simpler puzzles, you understand the mechanics you've seen, to know that those mechanics aren't necessarily still going to hold. That you need to learn what has already occurred. So it kind of reduces the sort of head space for you in terms of what there might be in the puzzle, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that is understand, and I guess I'll go back to it at some point and try and do these extra few levels. 72.9%. I've got to increase that to 100. Come on, Joel, you're going to be able to do it. Yeah, I love that game. But it can get very frustrating sometimes. But the good thing is you just go to other levels. That's all I'm going to say. Other levels. Thank you. Understand. By Artless Games. Close that down. And the other game I've been playing this year is... Oh my god, where's the button? Hey, there's the button. It is Yugo Puzzle. Now, I was playing this on my own stream, and I intend to go back and finish it. But Yugo Puzzle is a sort of reimagining of Jelly No Puzzle by the same creator, whose name I've forgotten. Crowstar, that's it. Japanese developer. Use level 1. And so, here are the rules. There are jelly blocks in 3 different colors. Drag them with a mouse to make them jump left or right. When 2 jellies of the same color touch each other, they combine into 1. The goal is to combine all the jellies of the same color. You can restart the level as many times as you want by clicking on the recycle sign. The game is much harder than it looks. Oh boy! So you have to put the jellies of the same color together. So I can do that. Ta-da! That's done. And now the level is screwed. You can't get this yellow over there now. Start again. So, I need to get this yellow over there. So, and the red... There's lots of issues already, right? Like, yeah, Greg's saying, love how level 1 doesn't mess around. How do I get the red over that hole? How do I get the yellow over the other side of the blue? So, on my mind... Well, that didn't work. I was thinking I could make a little platform with the blues. That didn't work at all, did it? So, I'm thinking... I will put the yellow in there. So honestly, I don't remember. I love the movement of the jellies. It's very lovely. To bring the red over here like that. Then I can put the 2 blues together. Bring the blues over here. And then bring the yellow over here. Level cleared. And yeah, it doesn't get any easier. But it's a fascinating game. Such simple rules, and there are some lovely surprises later, which I won't surprise. I did them on my my own stream. If you haven't played it, so if you've played Jelly No Puzzle, it's got some. You know how it works, and then you play this, and there's a few little tweaks which. Kind of like, that's destroyed my entire puzzle muscle memory. But it's a really great game. So somehow I have to get these reds here together and the yellows together. Looks like a disaster already. Do I just drop the red down there and then do that? I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, because that's just gonna... Yeah, everybody's separated. Very good. If I bring... I can't see any way it doesn't end in disaster. That's what I did before, right? Here's the thing. Once you put 2 yellows in the hole, then it's like game over, right? It's more of like you have to figure out the intermediate state. Maybe it's something like... there we go. So you put the red there, then you can put the 2 yellows together. Then you have a platform of yellows, which allows you to move the red along. Look at that. Lovely. Look at that. I mean, just... So, what's Greg saying? Amazes him about Yugo is that it's got a really tight space and simple rules, but brute forcing or accidental solving is rare. Indeed, it is. But yeah, every level is a puzzle. I mean, no pussyfooting around with tutorials here. I mean, the rules are simple. Get on with it. But yeah, definitely a highlight of the year. I'm gonna try and go back and complete this on my own stream sometime later. I'm about halfway through, I think. Let's have a look. Go back to the menu. Oh, there are hints which I've not used. I'm not going to use hints on this. Oh, can I press settings? Slightly awkward menu. Oh no! How do you get back to the menu? Where can we watch your stream, Joel? That's just Electron Dance, Twitch TV, Electron Dance, but I don't stream that often. I'm streaming somewhere else a lot more now. Milksy's asking, yes, I have my own Twitch channel. I don't stream as much as I used to, and that was even quite rare. Oh. There we go. How do I get back? This is the other thing about Yugo Puzzle. It's very hard to get out the puzzle. Is it level selection? Choose a level. Oh, settings. No, I've got back here again. Well, okay, fine. Forget about it. I'm about halfway through the game. But you can change the feel of it. And I think I changed it in my game to have smiley faces. Because it feels nicer. And, you know, because if, honestly, when they look like this, it's just not good. You want them to be smiling at you. It's punishing. It's a punishing game. Anyway, Yugo Puzzle, fantastic game. Definitely worth a play. It's on the harder side of the puzzleverse. So let's leave that there. That's enough. The next one is going to be a quick one to show because I'm not actually going to play the game. Let's come out of that. How to get out of the game? Alt F4. Trust me, it's the quickest way. Right, where's my Thinky Linky? Right. Full screen. Oh my gosh. Just wind back to the start. Never mind. There we go. I'm going to give it to you all. Here we go. Yes, it's Inscryption. I loved Inscryption. Which is basically, it's like a small deck building game. And, you know, it's all randomized, but it requires a lot of thought to get through the levels. And the narrative, everything is, it's based in is really quite cool, and it has a ton of very interesting surprises. And I think, and it also the longer you take, there are little bonuses and upgrades that you can get as you get through the game. If you're finding it tough, then you will always get like little bits of upgrades to help you through. And I didn't have to worry too much about getting stuck, to be honest. I never really got stuck. As No Pointer Games just said, he loved the start and the end, but he got a bit bored in the middle. It is true. I think the middle of the game can feel a little bit of a drag.
Wow, great video.
But it's I mean, it's definitely worth it. Even if you only played the first third of the game, I think it's worth it for me. That was the bit I enjoyed the most, the first third. That isn't to say there isn't interesting stuff later in the game, but what you were doing in the first third is the best bit for me. That's what I really was like. This is Inscryption. I can't stop playing this game, you know. But yeah, that's Inscryption. Definitely worth a play. Of course, if you don't like deck builders and that kind of thing, then maybe you're gonna hate it. Okay, well, let's stop that. That's enough. That's enough Inscryption. I'm not showing you it because I installed it a while ago. I would have put it on otherwise. Apparently, I hear that there's a kind of the Casey's mod, there's an extension to it. It's quite good, and I haven't actually tried that. I should have tried it. Okay, so what's up next? It is Patrick's Parabox, which is a wonderful game. I still have a little bit more to do. I've pretty much finished the game. I'm just working my way through the challenges. But this is an amazing game. Save files. Let's go for a new save file. Alright, let's start the game over. And here we go, let's go in here. You go into the box, and then you've got a puzzle to solve. And this is straightforward tutorial stuff. Put a block on the empty pad there. Then you can escape through the exit. Now we've got two here. This is basic soccer band stuff. I guess should stream my upload a game saying I should stream my streaming screen recursively while showing this game. I am having trouble even saying that sentence. I don't think that would work very well. So this is all like kind of basic kind of soccer band, stuff at the start. This isn't what Patrick's Parabox is about. So then we jump into this set of levels now. And now it's starting to show its true nature. So how do we put two boxes in the top right and the bottom right here? So what we can do, we can push a box inside the box and go in there ourselves. So now we're inside that box. Push this box upwards to the top and then push this box down to the bottom. And because it's up against the wall, we can go in the middle and come out the side, get to the exit. And it's obvious, really, right? I played so much Patrick's Parabox, that feels very obvious to me. I mean, that's a very simple level. It's almost laid out that you cannot fail it. So here, what we can do is we can go through the top here and come out here. That's nice. And so, well, what are we talking about here? We're going to get a box up here. How's that going to happen? So we're going to use going in and out of the box so we can move it around a bit. The interesting thing about I learned in the first set of levels is that what these holes in the blocks do for you is allow you to move things away from walls, from places they would normally be stuck in a soccer band game. So we can push this up here, and we can use this to get behind the block and then push it in, and we're done. Ta-da! Right. What about this one? Come on, it's gonna be a bit tricky for me. So we got two boxes. Interesting. So if we go inside there, then we can push that one across. Let me just reset that. What you might be going through is like, oh, well, hang on. If I push the box in there, then now I'm stuck because that block is up against the wall. I can't push this blue box back away. And same thing on the other side. I can push the blue box onto the yellow and it goes inside, which is another thing that kind of goes, oh God, I can do that. I can squish boxes in from the other side. So you cannot push up against the walls. But the solution is to climb up in the middle and just push the yellow block across like that, and everything is sorted out. Right, and then now you start to see like, oh, I've got to put a block inside here. So push it in across like that, come in around the other side, push it down and out. And oh, by the way, I love this little note at the bottom here. You can undo a reset. I do like games which allow you to undo resets. I didn't realize it was something I needed until I played Steven's Sausage Roll, and I was like, wow, this is wonderful. That's Salty Horse saying, not SquishCraft, not indeed. This is an interesting one because the exit is outside, the exit is inside, but we need to put this block outside, blocking the entrance into here. So you have to do it this way. You have to push the block inside and then push it out so we can get to the exit. Sorry, I'm rushing through these levels. If you wanted more time to read what's going on here. And then I just want to see when are we going to get to some freaky stuff. Enter. Okay, so what's in here? Oh, that's just information. We're going to skip that. Right, so now we've got to put a block in the bottom. So I'm thinking we squeeze that in there, push it down to the bottom, and we can bring it out like that. That's the way of getting around this. Normally, Sokoban, it would be possibly be forced to push it against the wall, then you couldn't push it back away. Let's have a look. Is there anything? Oh, I have to go through these. And I haven't got to the really exciting stuff yet. Right. Going on here. Okay, so I think I have to push this in here. Pull this down. It's the way to... I need to, again... I'm using this to be able to push a block effectively against the left wall and get it back out. Ah, oh, lovely. So I've got 4 blocks, and the thing is, one of them has an exit inside it. Now, the interesting thing about blocks, you can't go into them unless they're up against a wall. So the only way you can go in is if you can push this up against the wall. So this has to be on the left side. There we go. Getting kind of tingly feelings now. So I need to fill up. Let's put those in there. There. I'm not even going to bother explaining this. Okay, I'm not explaining it, just doing it. Yeah, so anyway, it gets really, really kind of crazy later on. You can see some of these are advanced levels, the red, and they're optional. You only need to go through the main thread to get to the bottom. And it gets very crazy later on, stuff like possessing blocks and all that kind of being able to... Okay, the big thing about Patrick's Parabox is you've got the recursive blocks, right? The blocks where you can go in and inside the block you're already in. You can push the block, you're actually inside. And yeah, it just... it is kind of brown melty at that point, but fabulous fun. I never felt... Most of the time, I never felt like it was beyond reach, and I really enjoyed it. I'm working through some of the challenges now, and I'll try and get those finished on the stream sometime soon before I forget every one of my skills. But we will stop there with Patrick's Parabox, because I think that's enough of getting people interested who haven't thought about playing that. Patrick's Parabox. So we're almost finished. There's 2 titles left. Yeah, I'm just trying to quit the game. Right. Let me grab this one. So I already streamed this last year. I had a lot of fun with it. And how do I make that big? Okay, here we go. And it is Taiji. I really enjoyed Taiji. You know, it's what you might call a witness like. Got panels and power lines, all that sort of stuff, and a few hidden secrets. More than a few. Lots of additional puzzles if you're looking for them. And it's just a lot of fun. I find some of the puzzles a little bit... There's a little bit of frustration here in some parts of it, but generally 95% of it was a lot of fun. Very little frustration and lots of good feeling of like, yeah, I solved that. Oh dear, Salty Horse has accidentally spoiled himself on a secret in my article thinking he was safe. He still hasn't reached any of the secrets. I will say no more. So here we go. Taiji, it was well worth a lot of fun. Well worth a lot of fun. I'm just running out of words at this point. Give me more. Give me another dictionary. So that's Taiji, and I'm going to move on to the final game, which is the game I played more than anything else this year. Let's just. Oh, I need to. It's making noises. I better shut down my browser. Oh, Cracking the Cryptic streaming it this month. Greg thinks it's Temetsi. I don't think so. I haven't played Temetsi for a long time. Way too many horrible late nights that killed. Right, where is it? Where is it? Let's hit the button. Hit the button, and I need a. Okay, it is Slay, which is a strategy game I've been playing on my phone. I've literally been playing it all year. It's the oldest game on the list. It was made in 1995, and I played it a long time. It was I had a copy on a PC I got, and I can't remember exactly how I got hold of it now, but you know, I played it to death. And I just tried to show everybody when I was on holiday early in the year. Yeah, there's this game Slay. It was kind of fun, you know, and my wife played a lot of it too. And I found it was on Google Play, and I put it on. I was just like, oh my god. And then I lost my wife for a long time as she started playing through all these levels, and I am still playing it. I played a level yesterday. I'm trying to finish all the levels on the phone, and there are a lot of levels there. Here you go. It's a strategy game, but it's clockwork. That if it plays the same every time if you do exactly the same moves. So let me just take on this level I played yesterday. Right, so it's you against 5 AI, unless you're playing multiplayer. I haven't played multiplayer. I don't know how that works. And so you've got all these little regions here, and every one that's more than one space has got a little hut in it. And so you can you get some money. So it's got 10 money, and this guy will cost 10 money. You can put the 10 money guy there, and you know, you can do that pretty much everywhere. You can take a space here. I can just put it here. Why can't I put it in these other spaces? Well, because these are owned by other guys, right? So this hut here is stopping me from putting this guy here. But there's nothing protecting this space, so I can just dump my guy in there. Can I move this guy in a way? Yeah, he's got a lot of options. I could put him here, and that's probably a better choice, because what I'm going to do now, I have a slightly larger region. And the larger the region is, the more gold you will get at the end of every turn. And you need the gold to make more people. You make people with money. That's how it works. Let's put another one here. Where am I going to put this? So I'm thinking this dark green guy is pretty big here. So I want to put this here, because probably the AI is going to want to grab this cell here. You know, we will extend his little empire. I want to block that the next turn. We've got some more. Now you can see I've also got an option for a castle here. Now I put a castle down. It's 15 to pay for that. I've got more gold available here because it's starting off with 3 cells. You can imagine here it's got like 5 cells, so it's got a lot more money, 25 to start off with. Salty Horse is asking if I prefer it on PC or mobile. Mobile is very convenient. However, you do have to do a bit of scrolling of the map. I like the layout of it on mobile, and I've got used to it. But it is nice to sit down on the PC and just see the whole thing and not have to worry about scrolling around. I bought the PC version like about 3 days ago just for this stream, because I played this so much. I feel like it deserves the money. So I'm completely unused to this interface right now. So what I'm going to do down here, I'll come down here. I'm going to join these 2 sections up. No, I'll join the other way actually. Oh, can I not? I can undo. I can undo. So you can undo individual moves, but once you've committed a turn, that's it. It's over. Does your progress sync, or is there a level select? When you finish a level, it will mark that you did it, and you can do any level you want. So it just tells you how well you did. And there's like 4 different difficulty levels. I play every one on the top difficulty level. So it'll tell you what difficulty level you finished it on, but I'm only ever working on the top one. So you see I joined these 2 areas, so their huts have been joined into one, and the one which I joined from is the one that gets bigger. Now, it's kind of important, like, initially when you play, you'd be like just fiddling around and not understanding how everything works. But this hut has a protective radius, as does this little guy here, is a protective radius too. And another person can't just go onto that hex because it's protected. All of these hexes here are protected by this guy. So when you're joining, if I go back a bit, if I join the other way, let's see. What happens now? This hex here is not protected. You've just got everything's over here, and so this is protected, but this one isn't. So again, this is one of those subtle things where you start to think about the better ways to do things. But I'm going to join that way. That means every hex is covered. Oh, Marcus Starr, welcome. You're late. You're witnessing the final game of the stream. So I could go for the castle. The castle is like it's like a strength 2 character. How can I put this? So these people are like rank 1, but there's more ranks above that, and a castle is like a rank 2. See, a hut is more like a person that doesn't move, and the castle is like a rank 2 character called a spearman, which doesn't move. You can place these down. Sometimes it can be a cheap way of establishing, you know, some stronger protection, but they're not going to work toward all the way through the game. Let me just put some more down. I want to make the empires larger here. This I'm a bit worried. There's green. There's other green guy on all the 3 sides. Sorry, everybody's green. I know that's going to be very confusing. So I really want to think about putting down a little bit more to head that off. Be like that. That might be okay. Yeah, I'll do that. And I got just one left. I'll put this. Do I go here and link this up, or do I go here and block this AI from joining here? I'm just gonna go down. The idea is corners and edges are better to go for. Hopefully I can get this edge, but it does leave the hut exposed at the top here. Anyway, that's that turn. This is showing the relative strengths, who owns how much land, and I'll just end the turn. Oh, I got one left. The red dot appears telling me it's here. So this is not looking good in the middle. This olive is going to join with this olive section. It's going to be quite strong. I can try and split it up. That will help, but I have a feeling I might just be overpowered. Let's just try it. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm not gonna bother it. The AIs don't like it when you get in their way sometimes. You get a feel when you play a lot. Oh, so when I've done end turn, Joe, then the AI gets its go, and now the game is literally afoot. You're basically the seed for the randomness. The AI is responding to you. So only one person can win. Just to mention the trees quickly, the trees grow. There are a couple of rules for trees. Palm trees grow along the edge of any coastline. They will just grow along the coastline. And the kind of pine trees here, they grow in a space next to 2 pine trees. So this space here is ripe for, at the bottom left here, this space is ripe for for a pine tree to grow in the next turn. If you have a tree, you don't get money. So trees will kill you because you have to pay everybody wages in every section. And this isn't much of a problem at the moment, but when we start combining pieces, you can see here in the middle, to the right here, this is a spearman. They've upgraded a character, and that costs 2. Sorry, that costs 6 to maintain every turn. These little men are just 2, but this is 6. And if you don't have enough money, then everything in the area kind of dies, and your money goes to zero, and it's apocalyptic for any small region. And your goal is always to try and bankrupt other regions. That's the only way to overcome them. Joe is asking, the non-dancing people are the AI's people? Yes. Dancing means that they have a move. They can be moved. So they have one move to do. So I can move this guy wherever I want, but notice I can always put them to chop down a tree instead. So I can do that as well. But I'm wondering if this green guy here is going to attack me. So let's see. If I just undo all the moves, I'm going to put these two guys together. So I've got a spearman. That area's got 8. So even if I've got quite a lot of ballast there to go, I'll join these two sections and I'll use this to put this guy here. So this spearman now has ooh, I can scroll. My God. Ooh, okay, didn't know about that. So this spearman is now protecting these two hexes, and it's a rank 2. So you need a rank 3 character to get through that. You're not going to get rank 3 characters for a little while. The knights. But these might combine and attack here, but he's only got 6, so I'm thinking, you know, you need 6 to pay for a spearman, so he might not do that. Might be a bit too dangerous. What do we got here? Oh, we all got like ripped up a piece over here, so what am I going to do? I think... See, this is bad. The AI will see this here. If I do this, and say, it'll just cut through there, and, you know, it'll just sever it into 2 pieces. It's probably what it's going to do, so I won't do that. What will I do? I'm not really thinking enough about how I'm playing. So I think I'm supposed to survive better than that. See, I can put these together and do this here, but it's not going to last long. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. That's just enough to pay for that spearman. But if that AI with spearman comes in there and takes that space, if you take the hut, all the money goes. It's reset to 0. You don't lose the area. What do I want to do here? Not very happy. Not many options where to put everybody. I put that there. Up there maybe. I mean, not great. It's not what I'd normally do. Let's move these other guys around. Yeah, there's certain areas where you just know they're not going to survive very long. So I'm trying to make sure I keep the protection on all the cells if possible. This one, let's just do that. See what happens after this second turn. My wife's going to be screaming at this screen when she sees this later and say, "Why did you do that?" Don't know. It's just a thing I did. I moved that there. Oh, and this is interesting. It's left me alone. It's a lucky break. So I'm gonna. So if you just see what I did there, I went straight on his house. So the area now has 0 cash, and he needs 6, 8, 10 to pay for everything in there. They're all going to die on the next turn. Have I taken an unacceptable risk myself? I think I'm okay. I need 1. This is protected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's probably okay. We'll see how it goes. Let's expand this there. This is now ripe to be stolen from me, but I want to try and get into the corner here. Go down here. Oh, hang on. Do I want to do that? I could go here and cut the AI into 2 pieces. It's more likely to say, you know, they don't like me. They don't like it when you attack them. You have to be wary. They do respond. This guy can't go anywhere. Just have to put them out of harm's way. It's pretty deadly everywhere at the moment. Let's go here and see what happens. Right, and our strongest area is down here. Do I want to... I'm just going to expand that bit there. And go down here. Right, end turn. Oh, yeah, end turn. Now it'll say I still have a man who can move, so I'm going to have to say yes. I still want to do my turn because I can't move that man anywhere. Right, there you go. All these guys in the bottom right died. Danger now. Yellow's getting quite large. And you might start to see rank 3 characters, the knights coming out. So Let's get... Really, I want to shore up down here as quickly as I can. Oh, it's not going to be good, is it? Don't like the options I've got here. Let's reset. Would this work well multiplayer? I don't know. That's why I haven't tried it. I'm not sure if it would work well with multiplayer or not. It's still a bit dangerous here. These two AIs could end up going across and cutting me in half. But whether they do that or not, I don't know. They don't work together like that explicitly. Oh, I'm going here. That will kill off this section, I hope. Okay, this section did well. I can't really go back here. If I go back here, there's a vulnerability here. I'm just going to have to leave my piece here, but I don't know which way it's going to go. Right, end turn. I don't think this game is going very well for me. I think this down here is supposed to be stronger than it actually is at the moment. And sometimes you have to think about letting the AI survive so they can fight someone else. Because if you just kill off the AI while something else horrible is growing elsewhere, then, oh, you know. Right, so this is a bit of a gamble. I think I want to... yeah, I don't think this is a good idea because I'm actually being threatened at the bottom here by this other AI. So I'm going to just go for that, go for its throat. Hopefully that will kill it off because it's only got 5 spaces and I just killed its house. Right, where do I want to put this? Put that there, or up there. No movement for that piece. Let's go. It ate through there. It's annoying. Getting a bit more concerned about this. This is where I want to drop down a castle so I don't have to worry as much about this side. Where do I want to do this? I'm going to dump that there, but that doesn't leave me very good options. Let's dump that there. I'm going to cut that off again. I think that they're just going to come down here. I don't want to do that. I want this olive guy to attack yellow, not me. Then I cut them up like that. It's going to go for me. Maybe I want to go back a bit further and think more about that turn. So kind of... Maybe I'll just... Yeah, it's one of those moves where I feel like I don't want to do too much. If I just do that and let's just see if it attacks or not. And I will cut this up as well. And over here, let's try and expand over here. I do want to try and link these. Do I want to link these two now? Let's try. Okay, we'll link those up. I get the money's been added together. I get a little bit more cash to play with. I don't think these guys will be dead. I think they're still alive. So let me just expand the empire that way a little bit. End turn. Okay, yeah, that olive still attacked me here. I was hoping it wouldn't. Okay, I'm just gonna fill this out a little bit, and if I put that in there, I've got this spearman covering this area. They could still cut through 2 here if they're in the mind for it, and there's a green, dark green on the other side. They might think about that. You know what? I'm gonna undo that because I think they're gonna go straight through. So let's go back a bit more. Right, I'm gonna cut a little bit earlier to dissuade from that. I have to unfortunately leave this piece up here a little bit more vulnerable, though it can't be covered by the spearman. Put something else behind. This is slightly vulnerable. All right, let's end that turn. He's rooting for yellow. Yeah, it's not looking good. But you can. This is not unsurvivable. I'm gonna have to really like take these guys out. They're just not going for yellow. That's always the thing that annoys me about the AI. They end up going after you sometimes. Right, I managed to join that up. What I'll do is I'll put another spearman there. This should be quite strong. I've got the castle, spearman, so hopefully Olive won't be able to break through. I don't think they'll go for a rank 3 just yet. Right, let's see what we can do here. sometimes it's best not to fight too many wars at the same time, but sometimes you don't have any choice. Okay, kill everybody off down here. And oh, here we go. The first knight's come out. So this is a rank 3 character. It costs 18. And it can go through castles and spearmen. So I really want to build up. I want to try and protect this, make this stronger over here. Unfortunately, he's leading an attack this direction. Now, if you put in a castle, sometimes it can dissuade them. No, that's not good. They are attracted to spearmen like a blooming magnet. You know, if you put a spear on the edge, it's just going to eat it with the knight. Oh yeah, I can take that. That will cost the player a lot. This is a much more useful arrangement where only a knight can take the edge piece, but they can't move any further. Protect your spearmen from another layer. I think that's all I'm going to do. It's not a great move. Yes. Whoa, okay. Big movement from yellow there. But maybe part of me wants to know if I should try and take his house. Maybe that's not the way to do it. Excuse me. Would I be able to create a bridge over the other side? That's a very risky move. Oh, no, I created a knight by accident. I didn't want to do that. See? No, I'm a bit short. Oh, I do have one more piece. But is this worth it? This will surely kill off all yellow here, but yellow will very quickly come through here. It might have enough cash here to make another knight and just cut straight through one of these spearmen. So I'm not sure if it's really worth it or not, but it will. I lose a lot of pieces. And then someone else might take advantage. The AIs tend to see weakness and go for it. You know what? I'm just gonna take more of the yellow down here. Let's try it. Gamble, whatever. The gamble. See? Look at this coming down here. Cheeky there, had another knight. Now the good thing is all these will turn into trees, and they're not getting any money for it. So I have weakened the AI. You know what? I'm gonna go for a knight and take this. They get a bit frightened sometimes, but what is really worrying me is all these trees down here are about to like take all my cash away. This is very late running. Everybody's come home and I'm still playing at 1 o'clock. Good grief. Is that worth it? I might just leave that there and build up somewhere else. I'll go back a bit. It's actually easier to play. Not on the mobile. Right. Maybe I'll just put another castle there to dissuade it from attacking, but you know, this is gonna lose some for here. Oh, I can still buy something. Did I undo that? You know what, maybe I should. I'll just take that there. I'll cut that guys up. There we go. And where are we looking at now? Oh yeah, of course the knight went straight for the spearman. As I said. I don't think this is looking good for me, to be honest. Often I have to take, I have to take the hit. I'm the one who has to have a go at the giant AIs. The only way to stop them attacking. But I'm also under siege here from these trees. It's a good game if you manage to finish between 10 and 20 turns. Oh god, they came right in there. Well, I can kill those off myself. That would be good to that's the kind of damage I want to do. Oh, the yellow's going to join up here. That's not good. That means like all the progress I just made. Yeah, I mean, I could still play on more. I mean, I don't tend to give up very easily. I don't tend to give very easily. I will try to take disastrous situations and save them. This is pretty bad. Up here, that will encourage it to attack up here, I think. Oh, look, and rank 4 character. That's actually a bad move for the yellow at this point. Rank 4 characters cost 54. It's a Baron, it costs 54. And, you know, it's very easy to get bankrupted if you're not careful. So, for example, I think I could probably bankrupt the character if I grew up the top here, if I could reach it. No, it's not happening, is it? Look at that. I don't have enough characters. But I think I'll stop there. I think it's not impossible to win, but it's very, very unlikely. I probably upset my wife because she'll watch the stream later and say, "What did you do? That was the worst." I played this. I've done this level twice, but being on a stream, I just can't pull it off, obviously. But anyway, that is Slay. It's on. It's a Thinky game as far as I'm concerned. It's strategy and it's clockwork. There's no randomness. And it has tons of levels, and I have spent probably obscene illegal amounts of time on this one game this year, mostly on train commutes, but sometimes when I'm supposed to be going to sleep, I'll just like just tap a little bit out. And so does my wife. We don't speak anymore, we just exchange Slay scores. That's the thing. If you finish a Slay level, then if you finish a Slay level, surrender, it'll show you how many turns you did it in. And sometimes you think, well, that was a bit high, maybe I can do it more quickly, you know. And when you got some like 33 turns, you're thinking that's way too high. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and my highlights of 2022 took over 2 hours, which I think is that's also obscene. Thank you everybody for joining, and I hope you saw something you hadn't seen before, and maybe you saw a few things you had seen and you enjoyed seeing them again.